Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the show. I am Lou Mongello. You are my friend. If you are watching live, thank you so much for joining me. My Wednesday nights are better simply because of you. If you're watching on the replay, be sure and join us every Wednesday right here at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Also, be sure if you haven't liked the page yet, go over to facebook.com/WDW Radio, like it there, and go check out the website at WDWRadio.com. Thanks to so many of you who are already in the box tonight. And if it's your first time watching, you are sort of technically in this little box that I like to see every week. And I look forward to seeing familiar faces and names in there like Jim and Fred, Nikki Lawrence, Mary Wall, Darlene Nagy from West Seneca, New York, Mike Asplund, Randy K. Jordan from Houston. Hope you guys are doing well. Know that the entire country is thinking and praying for you guys. And I will tell you, the one, sometimes out of tragedy and bad things that happen, I always try and find the positive and the most the good part about what happened, if you can understand what I mean, is watching people come together, watching lines of cars of people with everything from jet skis to boats just lining up to help their fellow man. And sometimes it takes things like that to really bring out the best in people. So I hope you and your family are safe and doing well. Tommy Stiver, good to see you. Jim O, always nice to see you. Annie Longley is watching this while waiting for Soren. I love that. I love the fact that not only are we able to connect with people from around the world, but connect with people while they're waiting online. So I hope you have a good... I haven't been on Soren in ages. I haven't been on Soren in a long, long time. So I have to get Deanna Victoria Dean, Colin McLaughlin from St. Vincent's, say hi, and send her, Deanna Wicks, it is nice seeing you. It's funny, I was actually thinking about St. Vincent's the other day. I was talking to somebody from Pennsylvania, and for some reason, you guys popped into my head. So I'd love to be able to come back there again, preferably when the weather's better, and so I can see the full Mr. Rogers Museum. And really, I just want to go eat again at all the great. You guys are the best. They put French fries in everything up there. Salad gets French fries. Burgers get French fries. Everything gets French fries. So that helps to, excuse me, it helps to contribute to this amazing physique body by Baymax that I have. Kelly Grove from beautiful Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. I understand fall has already come, excuse me, to the Northeast. John Fulton got your Box People t-shirt. Thank you so much for doing that. By the way, speaking of which, and just as a hint, just so you know, I think a sale is coming up this weekend. But if you haven't checked, I'll get out of the way. If you haven't checked out the WDW Radio merchandise shop, you can visit WDWRadio.com, click on the shop. We have not only WDW Radio shirts in there, but you see I've also curated a bunch of other really cool designs from other designers as well. I believe, don't quote me on this, but I believe starting Friday, all the shirts are going to be on sale for $14. So Jim O is wearing his WDW Radio shirt now. That is why you rock, brother. Corey Bassett, always good to see you, man. The hunt is still going on, by the way. Excuse me, I refuse to give up. I refuse to give up. He says, Kim and I are both wearing our shirts tonight. Excuse me. I don't know why I get so verklempt whenever you guys... So if you're wearing a WDW Radio shirt tonight, do me a favor, take a selfie and post it on the WDW Radio page or on the Box People page. Tag me in it so I make sure that I see it now. Ricky, DJ Technoid Reed, who, by the way, I want to thank for, I think I was playing your Epcot Tech Mix or your Illuminations Countdown Mix, and you can still find him over at SoundCloud. Yes, this is my Giants mug. I'm super excited for football season. I cannot wait for it to start. And I say a little prayer that Odell Beckham's ankle is doing better. So, Michelle Carter, I am a long time Giants fan. We have been season ticket holders since 77 or so. And even though I don't live there anymore, my mom still hangs on to those tickets, and I will never, ever, ever let them go, just in case. Amy says, I always use my WDW Radio travel mug for coffee on Wednesdays. I love that, Amy Peterson. I really appreciate that. And if you, I don't have one up here, but if you want to win one of the exclusive, I guess you can say, somewhat limited edition travel mugs, the only way to get it is by playing the trivia contest. And I hope that you guys see I've been giving you some softballs the past couple of weeks. They're pretty simple. They're pretty straightforward. This week, I wanted you to start singing some of the songs from Country Bear Jamboree, which will give you the answer right quick, or just get in the car with me and you can hear me sing it as well. Father George, always good to see you, my friend. I always think of you, and I pray for you, and hope that you do the same in return, because we all could use a little bit of prayer every now and then. John C. Jones, how you doing, brother? Excuse me. Nice to see you. Martin Shergold from the UK. My body is lit up with the X. I have no idea what that means, and maybe I shouldn't have read it out loud until I actually interpreted what it actually was supposed to mean. But Melissa Hinshaw, nice to see you. Erin, Victoria, Veronica, Suhat. Oh man, I just went by too fast. Mark Thompson, did I get my visa? Let's not talk about the visa just yet. I know that I'm supposed to be leaving for China in like 2 weeks. Like 2 weeks from today, actually, I'm leaving for China. Yikes. Well, I'm leaving for Seattle, and then from Seattle to China. Pam Cornier Autry from Cape Cod, Massachusetts, home of some of the best seafood you'll find anywhere. Dean Rice, good to join the Lou crew. Good to see you as well. Evan Thomas, right back at you, brother. The WDW Radio electricity t-shirt. Oh, Martin, that's right. You got one of the special ones. I mean, you're all special, but I sent Martin. Martin, you have to take a picture of yourself wearing it in the dark, and we're like a little video of the shirt actually lighting up, because it looks much better in the dark or at a rave or something. So, Robert Mercado, blessings from Puerto Rico. Oh, how I love me some Puerto Rico. What I love about Puerto Rico, other than the weather and the people and the food and the people, is the mofongo. And I can't find really good mofongo here. Marnie Raimondo, I am so bummed. I'm going to miss you while you're here. But when my visa doesn't come in time, I'll probably end up being here anyway and seeing you. So Carrie Larson is on her way. Linda Lammers, love to always see you. I hope you are doing well as well. So just getting my computer room redone. It kind of favors Lou backdrop. Oh, I have to see that. I'm looking forward to seeing. You know, you guys get to see what my room looks like. I never get to see what your room looks like. Jacob K. Buxton, good to see you as well. Always, brother. You're secretly counting on it. Listen, I will make don't tell Becky because she's not here, so it doesn't matter. But if and when my visa doesn't come through and I'm waving goodbye to the plane headed for Shanghai, Beijing, Hong Kong, and Tokyo, we will drown my sorrows in lots of really good food. How's that? Peter Sorelli, you had me at Taylor ham and egg and cheese. So, Jesse Fouts, good to see you. Kathy Ring, listening to some of the old favorite episodes, getting ready for your first trip with a toddler. Oh, I have to go back. I just messed it. First trip with a toddler. In October. Wow, has they changed over time? Yeah, no kidding. It's I've been thinking about that as I approach episode 500, which really is a bit of a misnomer because with all the newscasts and the videos and the show that I did before, we're probably closer to 800, but we'll still call it 500 anyway for celebratory purposes. People keep asking, what am I going to do for show 500? I have no idea. It crept up on me, and I don't know, and I know it shouldn't have crept up on me because I say what number show it is each and every week, but I don't know what I'm going to do for show 500. I need to hear suggestions from you. Either email me, text me, message me, post on the page or in the group. Actually, posting it on the page is probably the best way. Give me some ideas of what you want to do for show 500. I have a couple of ideas. Marcus Val, top 10 WDW Radio episodes. I think I put a poll up a while back, and because I was curious as to what your favorite episodes of the show have been over the past 500 plus. Top 500 WDW Radio moments. Aaron, it's funny because 500 wouldn't be 500. Like a top 10 list, it would probably be like 525. Stephen Conti, I'm going to pretend you didn't say if I did 500 minutes. Wait, now, let's see. If I did 500 minutes show, let's see. Now, I'm actually literally taking out my calculator. 500. No, clear. Come on, Mongello. 500 divided by 60. That would be an 8.5 hour show. I mean, it's doable, but I don't think I should do it. I just don't think that's a good idea. Alex Brunner loves the channel. Thank you so much. Veronica says, all the listener email with Becky. It sounds like you're sucking up to Becky when you say that. The Scott Otis scream is your favorite moment. It was one of the low points, I think, in the show. Steve, top 500 snacks. Chris, 500 minutes, we'd have no voice. Remember, we did a 40-hour show. Gosh, how many years ago was that? Was that in 2012, 2010, somewhere around there? Suzanne Maria, how can I be the best when you are the best? Suzanne Maria, which is a beautiful name, by the way. Where are you from? 502nd show. The ceremonial playing of episode 1, Corey Bassett. I want people to keep listening. Amanda Slade, have I ever stayed at Coronado Springs before, and did I like it? I did. I think Coronado gets somewhat of a bad rap as being a convention center hotel. And while they do have a convention center attached to it, I actually like Coronado. I think the Pepper Market, which I haven't done a review yet, is a really interesting, unique food court. Maya Grill is very much an overlooked restaurant. And although I have not been back in ages, I will tell you, Rick's Lounge is one of the secret night spots in Walt Disney World. So I'll have to get back there and do a review. But the rooms are great. The pool is very, very well themed, so I like it a lot. Excuse me, like I said, I think it gets a little bit of a bad rap. Kathy Ring, can't wait to try Boathouse. You had me at Boathouse on our first lake. You live at Lake Minnetonka. So super excited to eat there. All your posts make me so excited and hungry. I love the Boathouse. I love me some Steven Schussler, in case you happen to be there. Even if you're not, I still love that guy anyway. And I'm actually coming to, not necessarily Lake Minnetonka, but I'm going to speak in October. Man, I have a really crazy October. At the Mall of America, or somewhere next to the Mall of America. So depending on my flights, maybe I'll try and do a little on-the-road meetup. Josh Anderson, going to Boathouse on Sunday night. Josh, I want to see what you eat, brother. I want you to take some photos and tag me in it so I can check it out. And I'm telling you, if they have the seafood terrabon, get it. It's life-changing. And if they have the soft-shell crab, get that too. And get the tuna appetizer while you're at it. And also get some raw oysters. And if you can't finish it, hit me up. I'm like 10 minutes away. When's Hall of Presidents renovation going to be complete? Mike, that's the $64,000 question. Nobody really knows, nor have they said anything about it. Some people are speculating that it may open on or around October 1st, just as sort of a celebration of Walt Disney World's anniversary, but nobody really knows. Nobody knows, and they haven't said anything one way or the other. Rachel says, Lou, I'm seriously considering moving to Florida, for my love of Disney has exponentially grown, mostly because of your podcast. Thank you. Where would you recommend living in the Orlando area close to Disney? I will tell you, moving down here was the best thing I ever did, other than starting to broadcast every Wednesday night with you guys. Look at places like Winter Garden, Davenport, Claremont, Windermere. All the areas like north and west of Magic Kingdom are wonderful. Celebration is nice. But once you get out of that bubble, it's very touristy around there. But all the other places I mentioned have really no tourism in those areas at all. Jessica says I should do 24 hours. Wait a minute, let me go back here. I should do 24 hours coast to coast, be live as much of it as you can. You know, I thought about doing that at one point. And considering you can go live from the planes, I mean, you could practically live stream the whole thing, but that's not going to happen this year. I have I'm going to Shanghai in a couple of weeks on our Adventures by Disney, which I don't believe I can go live from, although I am going to try and do some sort of a way around that. But I'll share as much as I can. When I come back, I have like a week, and then I've got Momentum, the Make-A-Wish conference, and then the Bar Association conference that I'm speaking at in Minnesota. Brandon Conklin, you just missed it, man. We were just talking about the Boathouse and all these folks that are going this week and next week. And I told him, I said, first of all, if Brandon's there, you say hi to Chef Brandon. Number two, if the seafood terrabon's on the menu, you've got to get that, and the soft shell crab, and the tuna appetizer, and the tower of raw seafood, and the blueberry crumble cheesecake thing. I am so hungry every time I think about Boathouse. I need to come back again just before I leave for China. Chef Bob, representing Boathouse. Gibson's going to Texas to give relief efforts for the hurricane victims. working the world's largest barbecue rig, cooking for 50,000 people. Brandon Conklin, as if I couldn't love you guys and Chef Bob and Steve and everybody else from the Boathouse. I was speaking before about how the unfortunate events in Houston are bringing us together as a people from around the country, around the world coming together. And the fact that you guys are doing that speaks volumes about you. So Amory Dulcet says, I'm going to Homecoming first time this weekend. What do I think? I think you should go to Boathouse first. I'm not to say it because Chef is there. Homecoming is, I sort of have a single play at Homecoming. I get deviled eggs. You get a bunch of different appetizers, and you can share them or not. You get deviled eggs. You get the fried green tomatoes. You get hush puppies, and then I get the fried chicken sandwich just because I need all the extra carbs, and that's about it. But Boathouse is still my favorite. Who said Clay Mattingly getting excited about Momentum? I am as well, brother. I am super excited about Momentum. It is coming up sooner than you think, and if you are thinking about it, you may have heard me mention that this guy, Duncan Wardle, the former vice president of creativity and innovation for the entire Walt Disney Company, is going to be there. He's going to be our opening speaker on Saturday. I'm going to do some workshop stuff with him and the other speakers as well. There are now only 6 spots left, so if you have any interest in coming, make sure you go to, right? Oh, come on, Mongello, you're going to get this right there. LouMongello.com/momentum17. So super excited to have you guys there as well. Dean Rice, good to see you. Marcus Valle, your interview with him was amazing. Marcus, he is amazing, and he's an incredibly dynamic speaker. Kristen Furman-Simmons, I'll make the announcement right now. She is going to be presenting there as well. Should I tell them what you're talking about? I'm going to. Why not? Really sort of using storytelling in what you do, and she is a brilliant storyteller, not just in her words, but in her photos. And if you go back to our live dining review of Morimoto Asia, she was there as well, and just the eloquence that came. I was writing down some of the big fancy words she was using because it was just wonderful, and we got to eat so much food too. We're going to do that again, by the way, Kristen Furman-Simmons, because nobody likes to eat more than we do. So, Amanda, will we take any breaks in the parks during Momentum? Not during the conference, but because Food and Wine Festival is going on, I can promise you, almost guarantee you, that probably on Saturday night and or Sunday night, depending on how much energy we have left, we're going to make it over to Disney Springs and or Food and Wine Festival. So, Brian Fernandez asking about the call-in for tonight. Excuse me. Somebody just said they like the specialty burger at the Boathouse. People forget that is a Gibson restaurant, and they are the only company that has their own USDA grade of like meat. Like the steaks are phenomenal. The burgers are even better. Like the Gibson burger is life-changing. Like, God, I'm so hungry. You know what I need to do? Brandon, if you're still there, I got to talk to Steve and Chef. I think I need to come in and do my Wednesday night show live from there one night. I'll sit outside. I'll put this up on a tripod. We'll talk. We'll eat. Maybe we'll sit outside by the water, and people can come in and say hi and order food as well. Katie McNamara, guess what we did last night? Flights for Alaska are booked. Look, you're good. I don't even have my flights for like China booked yet, and I'm supposed to leave in 2 weeks. That's a lie. I actually do have those booked. I don't have my visa yet, but that's not all that important. Don't tell Becky I said that. Let's see. Can we join you there? Yeah, you know what? Let me talk to the folks at Boathouse. Maybe we can make that happen. Kristen Furman-Simmons says, I can't wait for Epcot Food and Wine this year. The food, the drinks, the food. You mentioned food twice. That's one of the many reasons why I love you so much. Ken, good to see you. Jeff Kinsley, good to see you as well. Did somebody kick the plug for the Fred Abley? It's going to see you as well. Anthony Flacco. I am wacko for Flacco. Who's not? And I hope that the other Flacco. Are you going to sub? Are you going to Are they going to bring you up? If and I keep forgetting what quarterback Flacco's first name. If Joe Flacco can't go, bring in Anthony. I say bring in Anthony Flacco. You got to have that gene in you somewhere because the name is the same. Once those perfect Florida evenings starts, that's when you need to broadcast from Boathouse. I'm with you. If there's an impromptu gathering at Boathouse this weekend, my husband and I will be there. Not Sunday. Sunday's a park day. Anne-Marie Dulcet, now you're making me want to go to Boathouse on Saturday. Kyle, is there anything special planned for Epcot's 35th? Yeah, they're going to be doing some stuff in the parks. I don't believe they've released a full schedule as yet. I'm actually getting in like late night the night before after like a 28-hour flight from China. Excuse me, I'm sorry, actually from Japan. So my plan, God help us, is to get to Epcot the next morning and celebrate in the parks the anniversary. But we'll have to see. We're gonna have to see. I'm gonna be gone for a long time and flying back after a long time. So, Alex, I think they're definitely going to announce more stuff for Epcot. Shannon King, it is so good to see you. Shannon King, you may know her from such places as the winner of the inaugural Disneyland Quest, and your box is on its way. I waited because I wanted to put more stuff in there, honestly. And Jack Fussell, good to see you as well. Jennifer, I love Jennifer Tyson. The running, not so much, but love Jennifer Tyson and the fact that you're a member of the running team as well. So Evan's going to be there for the 35th. Katie, you are not allowed to complain about flying to Aulani. Lakota Matson says, wish I can come join at the Boathouse. Y'all are making me really hungry. I would eat at the Boathouse every day. And unfortunately, whenever I ask my kids where they want to go and eat, they say Boathouse. And I'm like, we can't go there every night. Although, if one of these days I get the little plaque on a booth or a chair, maybe I'll start eating there more. I'm just saying. That's all I want. Just a little plaque like Sinatra had. But he had it one everywhere. I just want mine at the Boathouse, nowhere else. Jennifer Tyson. This is supposed to be a heart. Right back at you. Jeremy McBriar, I hope you are doing well, brother. I've been thinking about you too. I saw your post on Facebook. Boathouse with or without Lou? Martin, what? How would you even consider going without me? It wouldn't be the same if we all didn't go together. They need a Boathouse Express. You know, they don't, because part of what I love about the Boathouse is the atmosphere. There is something that is just so relaxing about it. It's not like super casual. It's not fancy and formal, but it can sort of skew either way, however you want it. You can sit in the room in the back and have a nice formal meal. I'm going to have to talk to Chef or Steve or something and see if we can maybe do something during Momentum and get us in there for some appetizers or something one night. So, if I got the plaque in the Boathouse, that would even be better. So, Loy Schulthes. Hello from your favorite cast member. You are my favorite cast member. Where are you a cast member? Best place in Disney Springs to watch Giants versus Broncos on Sunday Night Football on October 15th. In Disney Springs, you're going to have to go to Splitsville. To watch it. They might show it at the bar at Boathouse. I don't know. I've never been there during football season. Although I will tell you, here's a little secret. If you go to Swan and Dolphin and go to Cabanas outside, they have awesome food and they have the games out there as well, and nobody is ever there. Paul, they serve full dinner outside seating at the Boathouse. It's first come, first serve. Most people don't know that the seats are out there. Big, comfy chairs right by the water at dusk. Oh, my God. It's my favorite food at my favorite place at my favorite time of day. Like, when the day comes that I got to croak, I hope that it's actually there because you'll know that I will be in a happy place. Betsy Park Haas, Blue Zoo. So my favorite things to order, it's split. I love more than most things on this earth the miso glazed Miro. It's to die for, but the Cantonese lobster may actually beat it. It's been one of my favorites the last few times that I've been there. Quincy Rosman, what would I recommend at Boathouse? Everything and everything. But entree-wise, check the specials. I know last time I was there, they had 10 different fresh fish on the menu. The seafood terrabon is amazing. The tuna is so good. Even the pasta, I haven't had anything bad there yet, nor do I expect ever to. Oh my God, Betsy Parker, the Cantonese lobster is so good. The preparation is beautiful. So here, don't even get a menu. This is what you're going to do. Go in, you get the tuna appetizer with the nitrogen and the sriracha, and then you get the Cantonese lobster, and then they always have special desserts, so find out what's on the specials. Fred Abley, don't tell me that Momentum is 43 days away, because I'm freaking the freak out, man. I was working on Momentum all day today and on the phone and trying to get the workbook done. I'm going to announce all the speakers probably this week, and if you're attending Momentum, stay tuned. I'm going to send you guys out a questionnaire in the next couple of days. I got some homework for you guys to do before you get here. Victoria Redondo, the Boathouse is in Disney Springs. And, speaking of Boathouse, nice segue, Lou Mongello. I said, I guess it was last week, we were joking around, or I think maybe Katie, somebody said that they're going to walk in with a shirt that said, Lou sent me. And I'm like, oh my God, that would be awesome if we created a shirt that said, Lou sent me. And you know what? You guys created shirts that said, Lou sent me. So we had a number of entries come in from a couple of different folks with some Lou sent me shirts that next time you go to Boathouse or anywhere else on property, you could. So maybe I'll give one more week to see if anybody else wants to send in an entry, and then next week I'll post it, and then you guys can vote on it, and I'll put a Lou sent me shirt into the store over at TeePublic. These are awesome. I won't say names of who they are, but if you look really carefully, so I have to do this now. If you look really carefully, you'll see that the dudes on the bottom are actually standing at places like the Boathouse and Morimoto and Sanaa. So well done. Well done. So I want to wear that shirt to Blue Zoo. So very quickly, just very informal poll. Which ones do you like? Just very quickly, show me the number of the one that you like. And if you, so let's do it that way. I don't want to sort of try and count hearts, but out of all those shirts, which are the ones that you like so far? I will tell you that I might ask number 2 to be changed and to take out the Lou puppet, because I don't look like that and nobody will know what that is. We got a lot of number 1s, few number 4s, which is interesting. A lot of 1s, a couple of 2s. WDW Radio eating team. I mean, it's kind of what we are, sort of. A bunch of 3s. Wow, you guys are all over the board. Well, if you or someone you know has artistic talent greater than mine, and chances are if you have a heartbeat, you have artistic talent better than mine, you want to send in a design for a contest, and I'll give away a prize. I'll let you guys vote on it like we have in the past, and I will give away a prize to the winner for the Lou sent me shirts, and then we'll have to figure something out for when you guys. Number 3, please, is Hot English at the Blue Zoo. Maybe we'll do a couple of them. Maybe we'll pick a couple of designs. How about that? Maybe we'll pick a couple of designs and put them in there. And I like the WDW eating team thing as well. I like that as well. I really like I'm not going to say. There's definitely one that I lean towards. I don't want to skew the judges at all. So, but 1, 4, 3, yeah, you guys are everywhere. There's not even any one that seems to be. Wow, interesting. So yeah, maybe we'll pick the top 2. I'll let you guys vote on the top 2, and I'll put the top 2 in the logo store. So I will definitely put those back up again. Ed Best Cockroach loves the eating team. Rachel loves the eating team. Chris says I need one for February. All right, so I'll try and get these done maybe and up before I leave to for China. Martin, they do come in XL. I think they come in triple XL. A lot of votes for number 1. Patricia Carlson says I want one of each. John Fulton likes number 3. Number 1, number 3s, number 2. See, there you go. You guys are all over the place. All right, so these don't actually count as votes. We'll have a formal voting. But if you do have an idea for a design, you can go and send it to me, lou@wdwradio.com, and we will do a formal vote next week. And thanks all of you guys who have sent those in so incredibly talented. So incredibly talented. I'm so grateful for all of you. Amber Bramble, whose name I love, can't wait to get a new tee. Should be here any day now. I had to spring for the extra soft. Yeah, the extra soft ones are really nice. My favorite words you use often, other than people I know, are agape and vistas. It's my law. That's it. I didn't learn a lot in law school, but those are all SAT words. So anyway, make bibs. Oh my God, Rachel Domo, make bibs for the lobster. How cool is that? We just won a free t-shirt. Oh, I can do that, Betsy. All right, so maybe that's what we'll do. The winner or winners, the top 2 designs, maybe, unless we start getting a multitude of more designs this week. Maybe we'll do a top 2 or top 3. I'll buy and send you guys shirts. How's that? I'll send shirts to, excuse me, the winners. That's if these shirts end up getting people discounts, it's the most epic thing ever. No kidding. Maybe I'll let some of the folks at the Boathouse know and see what they can do. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. It would be great for Boathouse. It would be great for us. I think number 2 suits you, said Victoria. I don't look like that, do I? The mouth on the shirt should be agape. Of course it should, because it always is, because I'm always eating. So let's see what time. It's 8:04 already. Man, time flies when you're having fun. Michael Bogers, good to see you as well. Aaron King says, a crowded box night. How many people we got in the box tonight? 175. Awesome. And if you haven't already, please go ahead. I don't know where your button is. Share it out. Share this out with your friends. Maybe, what do you say? You guys want to do some call-ins tonight? You guys want to call into this? Elisa Sharp, I was thinking and talking about you today. I miss you like this. I miss you. I want to make sure that much. And it's even more than that, but that's as much as it fits in the window. I would love to see you before I go to China. Love to see you. An afternoon, an evening, whatever. From what I understand too, it's Kai's birthday today. Is today's Kai's 3rd birthday? Kai, if you're watching, and I have a feeling that you are, I want to wish you a very, very happy birthday. And next time you come down here, Kai, we'll have to get together, and I'll give you a sticker or a button or a soft shell crab at the Boathouse. So, Judy Pavarini, good idea. Add the hashtag Stay Hungry to the shirts. Need Stay Hungry on the back. I don't know if TeePublic does them on the back. I don't know if I could do front and back at TeePublic. I'll have to check and see if I can. Kevin Tolman, nice to see you as well. But yes, good idea. So for those of you who, I think some of you are in there who designed some of these shirts, if we can add the Stay Hungry hashtag, I would love to put those on there for the formal voting next week. So somebody said, what resorts are best to visit on non-park days? I think I like visiting places like Yacht and Beach Club. Boardwalk is really nice. Certainly hitting the monorail loop. Those are wonderful to just wander and browse. Sometimes get a snack or a cocktail if that's your thing. Do you need passes to go to the restaurants at the resorts? Not at all. You are welcome to go. And I think that's what people overlook are so many amazing dining experiences outside the parks that are actually in the resorts. Look, I make that incredibly long trek out to Animal Kingdom Lodge sometimes just so I can go to Sanaa. So Katie McNamara, based because of you, they made shirts. So thank you for the idea. Jamie Williams got reservations for Flying Fish in December. I actually haven't been since the renovation. I've got to add that to our list. Speaking of list, by the way, I have to I'm going to put a call out to the nation soon. Timmy Foster, as you know, you may know Timmy Foster from such shows as Top Tens with Timmy Foster. He's not a big eater. He's not a big diner. He's not a big snacker. Certainly not a big breakfast guy. I want to do the top 10 breakfasts or breakfast locations in Walt Disney World. So Nation, get ready. I'm going to put out a call to arms and have a couple of you guys join me for a top 10 breakfast. So if you are a member of the Nation, stay tuned. I'll shoot you guys an email or I'll post in our group. If you are not a member of the Nation, nice segue, Lou Mongello, I would love for you to be part of it. And Terry Cincinnati, the struggle is real. Trust me. If you are not part of the Nation, I'd love for you to join the Nation family, not just because it goes a long way to helping the show continue, but it's also We do some really neat things together, like group video calls. I've got something else special planned. You can join me on the show. Lots of other things and giveaways and scavenger hunts and care packages. To find out more, visit WDWRadioNation.com. So, Jimmy Horn, it is good to see you as well. I miss this being a podcast. I never meant to catch it live. So, Rhonda, it's one of the things that I have thought about and struggled with. I will tell you that I do put it on the site. I do put it on Facebook, and it does go to YouTube as well. So I give an opportunity to watch or listen, even just listen to it in the background without it necessarily being in the feed. I used to do the news at the beginning, but then what was happening is really wasn't evergreen. So people were going back, listening to news or having to skip shows that I thought sort of cluttered the feed up a little bit. But I take everything and all the comments and suggestions and I sort of file them away. And if there's some way that I can integrate that better, I will certainly do it. Terry Cincinnati, I'd love to be close. We are spoiled. You should be closer. Oh, the fun that we would have if you were here. And I would be 50 pounds heavier than I already am, 50 pounds too heavy. So Bobby says, I'm not that into big breakfast at Disney, but I'd rather grab and go. But I do love Boma and I do love Tusker. And those are two things that would probably be on my list, or I would probably choose one of them to be on my list. Rhonda says, thanks, Lou. You are the best. You are the best. Chuck Lionberger, long time no see, my friend. It's nice to see you as well. All right, what do you say we take a few phone calls? John Fulton says, I became a member of the Nation on Friday. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Starting September 1st, everything starts over again. I get notifications of all the new members. I'll get your welcome sort of package out to you and messages out to you right away. Let me see. Michael would love some more Disney in a minute for sure. I have one video. I just have to edit and get it up. And of course, spoiler alert, it's a snack of the week. Breakfast, Boma, Kona, and Chef Mickey's. Those are all nice choices for different reasons. I do love Jamie Williams. I love Kona Cafe for breakfast. I do love, I also love Trails End for breakfast, although it's so tough to get so far away. You got to get like the bus and the thing. If I could just have a golf cart there to use all the time, that would be awesome. Alex, to become a member of the Nation, just go to WDWRadioNation.com and you can find out exactly how to join and how to be part of the Nation family. Evie and Art Drake says, hello, Evie and Art. How old are Evie and Art? And please tell them while you're watching. So, hey, guys. The fruit and Nutella waffles. Oh, God, I'm so good. So hungry. All right, so you guys want to do some call-ins. We will go ahead and do that. Let me do this right here. And let me show you guys if I can find it. I'm trying to do this without my glasses, by the way. Let's see. Let's do it in white tonight. So there you go. There is the number to call into the show. If you have a question, a comment, if it's a question, please don't make it too tough. I haven't been sleeping well and I'm exhausted. Father Christopher Manning, it is so good to see you, my friend. It has always been too long. So yes. So if you want to call in, I'll pop that number up again. Although here is our first caller of the evening. Hey, it's Lou. You're on the air.
Hashtag convince my husband to move down there.
Terry Cincinnati, do you have like a secret? Do you have sort of a secret number? Because you always seem to get in here first.
I'm just really good.
Am I on speed dial? Do I have like the show number on speed dial?
Oh no, you are on speed dial. No, that is a true statement.
And so, where is the sticking point for your husband? Why won't he move down here?
Well, one of his reasons is quite hilarious. He says it's too hot. And I said, it's hotter than Atlanta? I don't think so.
You guys
really
live in some place where it's hot. So what's the difference?
And the humidity is exactly the same. It really is.
It's exactly the same. You're near Disney. You can go to Epcot for dinner or dessert and watch fireworks and be home in 20 minutes.
That is so true. So true. tears. But I would not, cheat Animal Kingdom from my presents, just because it's a little bit further of a drive.
Far away.
Hardy har.
You laugh.
I wanted to ask, yes. I know. I wanted to ask if you had decided the location of your meet on Saturday, September the 9th.
I have not. I'm trying because in the interest of full disclosure, there is a media day for Food and Wine Festival that day. So I plan on being there all day, but I was waiting to hear if they had some sort of a schedule so I at least knew what time what was going on. I will tell you this. It'll be sometime between, I think it'll probably be sometime in the early afternoon between like 2 and 4, or maybe we'll do it around dusk when it's a little bit cooler. The answer is I don't know, but it will be that day. I promise.
Well, that sounds delightful.
Yes.
And one other thing, just to hold your feet to the fire, and then I'll hang up. I found it interesting that you said you didn't like number 2 because the puppet looked nothing like you, and somehow you feel that the Princess Becky puppet
it looks
correctly
exactly
depicts...
like her. Correct.
Okay. All right. Well, Becky, I'm just here defending you. So if you're there, if you're not there, I'm just saying. But that was all. You go on to the next call, and you have a lovely evening.
Thank you so much. I hope to see you again soon.
All right. Hope to see you on the night. Bye.
Bye-bye. So I just saw Chef Bob. We were just talking about the Boathouse. And despite you think of my love for other restaurants, I was just waxing poetic about you and Brandon and Steve and the menu and the seafood tartare and the tuna and the soft shell crab sandwich. And very quickly, last week, somebody suggested that, because I always tell them when they go in to say Lou sent me and to say hi, half jokingly. And then they said, oh, we should get shirts that say Lou sent me. And so people started to design shirts that said Lou sent me. And so we have a contest going on. Chef Bob, you want to call in? So we actually have a call-in number. If you can call in at 407-413-WDW1. I don't know where you'd be calling from since there's no caller ID. I'll have to just sort of figure out what your area code might be, because I think people would love to hear from Chef Bob, and we can just talk about my incredible love of the Boathouse. So I'm not sure. So Chef Bob, if you're in there and want to give a call, go right ahead. If anybody else wants to as well, you certainly are welcome to. Let's see what we got here. Hey, it's Lou. You're on the air.
Oh, okay. So now you can guess who it is.
Darlene Nagy from West Seneca, New York. You also must have a direct dial line in here.
Hey, my brother. I am so excited for your trip for Shanghai and to see everything. I hope everything works out for you, because I know how much you want to go.
And hopefully my visa comes in time. So
what's the difference between a visa and a passport?
I have no idea. So your passport is obviously it's your identification, and then a visa, from what I understand, is sort of you have like permission to enter the country for a certain period of time. Chef Bob, I'll look for your 352 area code when it comes in. So you have to sort of fill out all these forms, tell them why you're going, how long you're going for, and they give you sort of permission to enter the country for a certain amount of time.
Oh, and because you're going for such a long period of time, that's probably why you need it.
I think you just need it no matter what.
Oh, okay.
Yep,
well, good to know for the future if and when I get to go to Europe and all that other stuff.
Exactly.
Oh, my gosh. So, okay, give me your top snack for Disneyland.
That's not, you say it like it's an easy question. It's not.
Yeah.
All right, so it's the cozy cone. It's the cozy cone, and I know people consider that a meal, but I consider that actually a snack.
A snack. Okay. What is your favorite ride to go on that's not in Disney World?
My favorite ride to go on that is not in Disney World would be Indiana Jones. It would be Peter. No. Yeesh, that's so tough.
I know.
Indiana Jones and Radiator Springs Racers. How's that?
Okay, that's perfect. And if you had to pick one place to have breakfast, where would it be?
In Disneyland?
In Disneyland or DCA? I'm going in 9 days, so.
Oh, my gosh. You should just take me with you, and we'll figure it out together.
I know.
My favorite place to have breakfast. I could say the Cozy Cone, believe it or not. I'd have to think about it. I like Storyteller's Cafe at the Grand Californian. I like Goofy's Kitchen at the Disneyland Hotel. And you know what? Oh, I take that. Forget everything I just said. Rancho de Zocalo. So you can get a little bit of a Mexican-inspired breakfast. Ay, Dios mío, it's so good. It is so good. So there you go.
There we go. And 9 days for us, and I think you're at like 14 days or 13 days now. So yeah. It's going to be so exciting. Stay safe. Love you. Be good. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. And I will chat with you soon.
Thanks so much. Talk to you soon.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Mike Goodwin, how you doing? How you doing, buddy? Chef Bob, I saw you just call in, so the for some reason caller ID for you does work. So there's the number again. I will wait and I will hold the line for Chef Bob. Mike Goodwin, I saw you pop in there as well as Sean Smith. It's nice to see you guys as well. Hey, this is Lou Mongello. Is this my favorite chef on planet Earth?
It's Bob. Yep, good to talk to you, Lou.
Hey, how are you, brother?
Good. So I'm calling about some important stuff today. A whole bunch of stuff transpired today. And basically, the Boathouse is the main sponsor and organizer for this. We're doing a massive relief drive in Texas. We have literally the largest barbecue cooker rig in the world is being transported 3 hours to Houston on Friday. If people want to look at it, go on Extreme Grillers. Google that, Extreme Grillers, and you'll see the largest barbecue grill in the world. We're getting that. I have 4 cords of wood coming for that. I have about 20,000 pounds of meat coming in. $20,000 of all kinds of goods donated by Cisco coming in to truck tomorrow. And then we're going to be at the NRG Stadium parking lot, and we're going to set up and cook for somewhere between 25 and 50,000 people over the next couple weeks probably.
That is amazing, man. I was talking about this before, how things like this bring out the best in people, and I love the fact that you and the Boathouse are doing that and giving back to people that really need it in such a tough time for them. I can assure you that Chef Bob's Barbecue is going to make that tough time a whole lot better.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be a nice break for people that are having a hard time. Right now they're eating MREs and they don't even have enough. We were going to do it next week, and then the head person of this NRG stadium called us and said, we need you now because we don't even have food for the volunteers, and they're starving to death working down here. So what is really fun is that sometimes in my spare time I go on a radio show called Fishing Florida Radio on Saturday mornings between 6 and 9 in the morning. And it turned out that a connection between Fishing Florida Radio to a rod building company in Houston, and the guy owns a car dealership, that's the guy that actually was able to put us on site at that NRG stadium and get all the shipping trucking companies working for us and everything like that. So it's kind of like a fate, destiny that this whole thing came together, and it's going to be some hard work, but we're excited to go do some good for some people down there. We're leaving tomorrow, heading down.
And I'm watching everybody in the chat saying this is amazing. Kudos to Chef Bob. Thank you for your help, Chef Bob. I love stories like this. So it's it's amazing that you guys are doing this to help people that are really in need, donating not just the food, but your time and your efforts, man.
And I'll be taking a lot of pictures and posting stories, and maybe I'll call in again if I get a chance, and we'll keep you guys up to date with what's going on from Houston.
Please do, and I'll make sure I look at and share your stuff out as well, buddy.
All right, and thank you for the kind words as always, and can't wait to see you. And I'm looking for some people with those Lou sent me T-shirts. I'll make you a deal right now. If I see the T-shirt, they get a free dessert.
Oh, look at that! There you go. I love it.
All right, Lou. Have a good night, buddy.
Hey, listen. Safe travels next week.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
All right, man.
Bye bye.
Take care. Bye bye. He is a good man. I say that not just because I love his food, but because I love his food. No, but because he's a really good man. And like I said, this is when things like this happen, it brings out the best in people. So if on Facebook, if you're trying to follow him, his name is Chef. I think it's Chef Robert Getchell, Getchell. You could also find all his stuff over on. He shares a lot of stuff on the Boathouse page as well. And when you go, tell him Lou sent you. So Ryan says, I love everything WDW Radio. Just jumped over, became an official part of the nation. Thank you, Lou. Love the show. Ryan, thank you, man. I appreciate that more than you know, brother. I really, really do. Let's take a couple more calls. Keith Groshans, I see you just popped in. You might be curious to know that the Lou Sent Me shirt contest is going on, and I think we're going to give one more weeks for some additional entries coming in, and maybe we'll make the top 2 or so live in the store, and I'll send the winners one of their designs. So if you are looking for the call-in number, there it is. Are we wearing our T-shirts on Wednesday? Father Chris says, love the Haunted Mansion stuff. Thank you so much, brother. That was an episode a long time coming. Really was excited to do that. Chauncey Friend, love the 360 videos. Thank you, man. I'm going to definitely take and post some more. Probably. Oh, by the way, I almost forgot. I am going to be in Epcot Center tomorrow for an event. So definitely stay tuned. I will probably go live around 12:30 or 1 o'clock. Shocker. It's going to be food related. So bring your appetites. And if you're going to be in Epcot, come over and say hi as well. Best hour from gottagetblogging.com. I leave in 2 weeks, which means I am 2 weeks away. I'm woefully unprepared for my trip to China, but leaving in 2 weeks. And congratulations, by the way, Bess, and I'm going to forget the name, but just got a gig on terrestrial radio. So congratulations for that as well. My husband is checking out the Boathouse menu and is drooling. I don't even need to check out the Boathouse menu, and I drool. I'll be decorating cakes and cookies while you watch tomorrow. If you have any left over, I'm just saying. All right, let's take another call. Hey, this is Lou. You're on the air.
Yeah, this is Brian Fernandez from Miami, Florida.
Hey, brother. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Let me first just start by saying I've loved listening to the podcast since 2010. And wow. I've been listening to you like ever since.
Oh,
so
thank you, man.
Keep up the amazing stuff that you've been doing there. I just gotta ask one quick question.
Sure.
Where do you usually get your sources if there's any construction updates for any of the parks, or whether if there's any updates going for Disney Springs? Because I'm very interested in knowing where you get your sources from.
So really, a lot of the times, any information that I report is something that will have been confirmed by Disney. So a lot of times, if I talk about things that I anticipate are coming or I'm guessing are coming, that's just totally me as a fan. Otherwise, it's news that Disney will release officially. So, for example, they just talked about some of the new updates in terms of what is coming to the Edison in Disney Springs. You see now it's not going to be one venue. It's going to be sort of a series of different venues. That was something that I had heard that was rumored, but now that it's been confirmed, now it's one of the things that we can and talk about it. So it really just comes from watching Disney on social, watching their social media channels and seeing what they release, because that is now how they normally release all their information officially.
Okay. Is there like any kind of information that has been going out for, like, let's say Star Wars Land, or maybe like the Slinky coaster? Because I know I've been following like different YouTubers who've been like going to the parks and posting updates for like construction updates. But there was like one update that I saw and I think it was on Twitter, that there was like pieces of like the Slinky coaster for Toy Story Land going into Hollywood Studios. So, I mean, do you know whether if it's like still going under construction for the coaster, if there's like, you know, if it's like halfway done or like a quarter way done or anything?
It's funny you should mention that, because I actually posted a video today on the WDW Radio Facebook page from Disney of the Slinky coaster arriving at Hollywood Studios, and there's also interviews in there with a couple of Imagineers who talk about the ride system as well as the timetable. We don't necessarily have an opening date, but that came directly from Disney, so it's super clear, and I love the fact that they bring some of the Imagineers out so they can talk to you a little bit more about exactly what's going in.
Oh my God, that would be amazing to just watch it right now. I'm literally going to be on my computer watching that video about 100 times because I'm that excited for both plans.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for taking my phone call, man. I mean, I'm always going to be a fan of WDW, and I'm going to be joining in WDW Nation right now.
Thank you, man.
As we speak.
I appreciate every part of what you just said, so I really appreciate you, brother.
Thank you so much, man.
All right, buddy. Take care. Thanks for calling.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
I love it. Got the warm and fuzzies going on right here. Beatrice Feeney and Brian Dennis, the future husband and wife couple, are saying hello and just leaving Magic Kingdom. All right, let's take a couple more calls while we're here as well. We are starting candlelight processional choir practice this Tuesday. Holy cow, that's fast. That's fast. It's like the first week in September. Stan Solo, would you know if my Nation Magic Band has shipped yet? I just shipped a bunch of Magic Bands last week, so I believe yours was definitely in that batch. Hey, it's Lou. You're on the air.
Hey, Lou. It's Amanda from Fort Myers.
Amanda from Fort Myers, Florida. How are you?
Good. How are you, Lou?
Good, good. How are things on the Gulf Coast?
Everything is awesome. We are just getting over having some flooding done. We had some major flooding going on due to rain, but other than that, we are clear so far.
Wow, I had no idea that that you guys were getting hit down there. So.
Yeah. I was actually the one who said that Kai's birthday is today. He's my nephew. He just turned 3.
Oh, that's awesome. Tell him I said happy birthday.
I will. So, my best friend and I are staying at Coronado Springs, and I was wondering if there's a certain part that you've ever stayed in that you have liked.
Gosh, it's been so long. So there's the Casitas. I'm going to get this wrong. The Casitas, the Ranchos, and the Taco section. I don't remember what the other third section was. We had stayed in the Casitas. This was a long, long time ago. I probably haven't stayed there in a decade or so. The one thing I knew that when I stayed there was I just asked to be close to the pool area because it's a very spread out resort, so you can be kind of far away from the pool. So I like to be close to the main house and the pool, but without looking at a map, I don't remember exactly where it was that I had stayed.
Now, have you ever had, I keep hearing about them and I keep hearing how good they are. Have you ever had the waffle sandwiches from Sleepy Hollow in Magic Kingdom?
Look at me. Do you think that I've had the waffles? I have. Excuse me. I have had the waffle sandwiches. My favorite is the chicken. It's a little bit spicy, and then I also like the Nutella waffle because it has fruit, and by definition, that makes it healthy, in at least the way I see things.
Well, me and my best friend are going in 14 days, and that's all she keeps talking about is the fruit. The waffle fruit one, so I'm super excited to try it for the first time.
And because they make them fresh, like the waffles warm and the Nutella just starts to ooze all over. Oh, I'm so hungry again. You guys are killing me. By the way, I just looked at the maps, and so we stayed at the Casitas, which is just close to El Centro, and Building 1 or Building 3 are your closest ones to it.
Okay, and one last question. What is your favorite ride at Hollywood Studios?
My favorite attraction at Hollywood Studios is, I like different ones for different reasons. I was going to say the Brown Derby is my favorite attraction, but that would not be fair because it's a restaurant. So I will say, I think Tower of Terror. I think overall, in terms of theming and story and queue and just overall experience, I think that attraction begins as you start walking down Sunset Boulevard. So I'll say Tower of Terror.
That's actually my favorite one too.
See that? Great minds do think alike.
Yes, they do. All right, Lou. Well, thanks for taking my call. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Stay safe down there. I appreciate you calling in.
All right, thank you.
Have a great night.
All right, you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Jill McCann just had Nutella on toast. Early breakfast. I am so stupid hungry right now. It's not even funny. I have 2 weeks to get in shape for China. And it's probably not going to happen. So... excuse me, have I talked about the Hollywood Studios name change? Not sure. So, Jessica, I haven't, because I think what you're seeing online, and I think that you're making reference to a screenshot of a supposed survey that was sent out. I'm not 100% sure that's legit. Those names just don't seem like names that Disney would be throwing out. They also don't. There have been some other names I have heard sort of bandied about, none of which were on that list. I don't think Disney's Kaleidoscope Park. Everything is wrong with that name. And if I'm wrong, so be it. The Kaleidoscope, nobody's going to be able to spell it. It doesn't roll off the tongue. It doesn't mean anything. It just doesn't seem to make sense. So I'm not sure how much weight I put in that. Somebody with some Photoshop skills may have just thrown that together and gotten their wish because he's got people talking about it. That being said, we have not heard really anything from Disney in terms of the name change. And I don't think that you will until we start getting closer to things like Toy Story Land and Star Wars Land having an opening day. And I think it's deliberate because I don't think that we've heard all of the announcements that are going to happen, not just in the studios, but around the studios as well. How's that? Is that cryptic enough for you? So Keith says, it wasn't me. I know it wasn't me. What new name would you recommend for Hollywood? Heather, I don't know. I don't know that I have the perfect name. I would really have to sort of think about that because what is the studios now? What are the studios becoming? It no longer is a working studio, so to a certain degree, that doesn't fit. It's a park based on immersive storytelling. It's a park based on bringing movies to life. It's a park based on interactive, immersive experiences. So I don't know what that name should be. Veronica, it's not all science fiction because you've got, Toy Story in there. You still have old Hollywood in there. You still have the Mickey shorts in terms of Great Movie Ride. You have other attractions that are going in that have not been announced as well. Is the word story maybe going to be in there? Who knows? But some of the other names that I saw on there, I did not give a lot of credence to because they were just kind of goofy. So, to a certain degree, Disney's Hollywood Studios is not the worst name. So Joe St. Vince says Disney Hollywood. Hollywood is not the worst name because that's still where a lot of these stories are based in. Ricky DJ Technoid Reed, it's all Hollywood land. That was actually a name. So a year or so ago, something came out that referenced Disney's Hollywood land, and it was quickly taken down. And I don't know if it was a mistake. I don't know if it was just a tease or what, but it would be. Stan Soul says it's full of stuff Disney bought, so just call it "Look What We Bought." Look what we bought. Nick Kemmler, they should call it Disney Studios. They very well might, but the fact is, it's no longer a working studio. It's now not about you sort of going backstage into the stories. Now everything that you're experiencing is you're in the story. It's less about how the stories are made than it is you being a part of it. So it's not really about the studio anymore. It's about your experience in the attraction. I am seeing a familiar phone number and a name and a face calling into the park. I've seen it out of the corner of my eyes. And why do I have a feeling that I know who this person is calling from the parks?
Hiya, Lou and everybody. We just left the park, so I can actually hear.
How are you,
Earlier, there was like tram sounds and monorail sounds. It would have been golden.
I know. I'm sorry that I missed it because those sounds are so comforting, especially when you can't get there. Even just the sound of the train whistle in the background sometimes.
Oh, it's beautiful. I needed to see some pumpkins.
One of the things I love about
Magic
you
Kingdom
is even though you've been down here however many years, you still show and you get that same bit of excitement going to the parks and seeing the new decorations or seeing what's and I love you still embody that childlike excitement when you go.
Oh, did you see me skipping tonight? Skipping and singing and twirling. They didn't kick me out though.
Well, listen, it's nice. They're starting to understand the.
I've actually been through the turn gate before, and the security officer that didn't know me at all was like, "Weren't you just here like a week ago or something?"
Oh, they know.
Yeah,
I'm sure they know you. I have a feeling they know you.
It's like, I didn't think you knew me, but I guess you do. Oh, so did I hear that you still don't have your visa yet?
Don't worry about it. I got plenty of time.
Well, I'm sure you'll get it. I'm sure it's just an added bonus of anticipation because you needed a little bit of anxiety.
Exactly. I'm not worried. If it doesn't come here, awesome. I'll just let you call Becky and tell her that I'm not going.
All right. I wouldn't want to be on that little.
No, I'm sure you wouldn't. I'm sure you wouldn't. So.
Magical things will happen. They always do. You know that, right?
I'm not worried.
Yes, it's going to be great. So I was going to call just to put a little 2 cents worth to all of our runners that are going out to Disneyland this weekend. You might have already done that, and I'm sorry if I missed it.
I have not. This is all you.
Good luck and congratulations to everybody on our team that's going out there because that's going to be tons of fun.
And which weekend? What race is this weekend?
This weekend, I think, is Disneyland in California.
Okay.
So it's the Disneyland half marathon.
Because I will tell you that I saw the medals come out for the superheroes race weekend, and there was a little teeny tiny part of me that wants that Spider-Man 5K medal so bad. I thought about it for a second.
Oh, come on, Lou! You could do a 5K.
I know I could do a 5K.
Do it
I just don't want to do a 5K. I want to why can't I just do my 5K going from food location to food location, and then just give me the medal? I'll go from the Cozy Cone to the Chimichanga Cart, and I'll go from there to the Red Wagon, and I'll hit all the spots, and I pretty much knock out a 5K in a day, no problem.
Right? Totally, you could. Well, and the fact is that they're doing that during Wine and Dine here, so or Food and Wine Festival here. So you can go around Food and Wine Festival and do a virtual race. And wouldn't that be cool if they could send you the Spider-Man medal for doing a virtual 5K through the Food and Wine Festival.
I just want to add the medal to my collection, but look,
that would be
this
epic.
body not built for running. I don't know. I really don't know what it's built for, but I'm gonna do I'm gonna do my own version of a 5K out here, and I'm gonna create medals. Wait a minute, I'm just coming up with an idea. I'm gonna do my own sort of dining around the world 5K. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Hold on. A dining around I don't even care what order you do them in, but maybe that's what we'll do. We'll do a dining around the world 5K, and we'll make medals
I'll
and everything.
sign up for that.
Right. I have to write this down. Wait a minute. Dining around.
That sounds fantastic.
World 5K. That's my kind of race right there.
I also have to tell you that you made me super hungry the other day when I was listening to your paddlefish dining review, because that sounded amazing.
Oh, the lobster guac was good.
And with it being all this northeastern stuff, I'm looking at Brian like, look, he's from Massachusetts. The chef is from, you got to take me there now.
Yeah.
I'm like, it would feel like home. You have to go eat this and take me.
The apps were awesome. So.
That's awesome. Well,
Excellent.
Thanks for having me on, and have tons of fun in China. Be safe. Have a wonderful trip. And I wanted to say hi to everybody and wish everyone luck for the weekend.
Thank you so much. Say hi to your family for me.
Absolutely. You too.
All right. Have a good night.
You too. Thanks, Lou.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
And Mariana Felice, I saw you hop in there, by the way. Long time no see. I hope you guys are doing well down there. I haven't seen you guys in ages. So, although I was talking about you, not by name, to somebody the other day, go with me here. I was talking about the new Stephen King It movie that's coming out, and I love that book. It's one of my favorite books ever. I love the made-for-TV movie. I can't wait to go see the movie, although I'm incredibly scared of creepy clowns. Like, who isn't? And part of the reason why is because in your old house upstairs on the second floor on Ocean Parkway in Brooklyn, you had that stupid picture of the scary clowns over your bed, and when I stayed over, it freaked me the freak out. So my fear of clowns is all Mariana's fault. Thank you. So A says maybe I should go on a Lou diet. Waiting to have lunch with Lou, I would lose a ton of weight. Iggy, I promise after I get back from China, I got momentum. And then after momentum, I go to Phoenix. And then after Phoenix, I go to Minnesota. After I come back from Minnesota, I promise we're going to have lunch. We're going to put it on the calendar and make it happen. So, and Judy Pavarini makes a scary clown emoji. Of course she does. Lou's show will be at 7:30 a.m. when he's in China if he can get through the filter. Paul, I'm working on that. I'm working on some tech stuff to be able to do that. So, all right, let's take a couple more calls before we call it a night. Larson Eisenberg, welcome home again, brother. I hope you and your family are settled in. I just said after I get back from China, I turn right around. I've got my momentum event, and then I go to Phoenix and then Minneapolis. But after that, things settle down a lot for me. Before that, I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, brother. But I promise we will. I will promise we will get together. Speaking of Minneapolis, speaking of Phoenix, the reason why I'm going, and I posted this on just the WDW page and my personal profile, is the reason why I was invited to speak at the Make-A-Wish National Convention. I won't repeat everything again, but the story that I want to tell is not just mine about how I sort of got to where we are and everything with the Dream Team, but I want to hear, and more importantly, I want to share with them. They want to understand your story in terms of how the Dream Team project, how raising money for Make-A-Wish has affected you. Has it made you join the running team? Has it made you participate in an auction? Has it made you come out to a meet of the month to meet the Wish family? And how has it changed you? How has it impacted you? How has it changed you? If it's something as simple as you now have a cause that you work for and run for, is it now you have something that got you up off the couch and made you join the running team? I want to hear it. And if you can share your story either in text in a comment at WDWRadio.com/share your story, or if you have a video that you want to send and share to me, you can just email me, lou@WDWRadio.com. I will tell you the Make-A-Wish and the Dream Team Project still to this day is the most important part of what I do. I do it not just for the families that we help. I do it for my dad, and I do it because I want us to be able to share some of this Disney magic that we talk about and that we understand with those kids and families that really need it most. So I want to share your story, and I want to inspire the folks at Make-A-Wish who are coming there to learn more and to understand how this affects not just the families that we sponsor, but how it affects the people who are part of this community and how this community came to be. All right, let's take a couple more calls before I get all weepy and choked up again. It is a big honor, John Jones. I am incredibly honored to be able to present at the National Convention again this year. So love the family meals. I appreciate that, although the family meals are not helping my physique at all. Colin says, I never knew there was a way to send families to Walt Disney World. It's an incredible idea, something I can get behind. Your story and how it came and why it came to be is all much better. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for letting me share that with you and for you guys reciprocating. Hey, it's Lou. You're on the air.
Hello? Is anyone there?
Is anybody there? Martin Shergold, wait a minute. Your Mr. Roboto record that you sent me is right over there. How are you, my friend?
Very good, mate. How are you?
Oh, I'm awesome, mate.
Hold on. I'm wearing that electric T-shirt. Hold on, something's happening. Crikey, I just got a fax. This shirt is quite amazing. It does a lot of stuff. Very good. Thank you very much for sending it. I'm getting a few electric shocks here and there.
But just don't go swimming with it. Right. Don't go out in the rain with it. I am not responsible for what happens.
My hair is all now fuzzy. I don't know why, but it's all fuzzy.
You're going to start to glow at night.
For this shirt. So,
how are you, my friend? It's so good to hear from you.
Good, and you. Just quick few things, mate. I know that you're off to Shanghai. Are you going to do a podcast in there?
I'm going to try to.
Not broadcast, but a podcast as well.
Certainly going to do a podcast reviewing everything about our... assuming that I and or Becky survive, I'm going to do a podcast about it.
Well, yeah, you got a bit of a journey. That flight's going to be a bit of a pain for you, isn't it?
And I got to sit next to Becky the whole time. So it's, I got that going for me too.
It's a positive look in some ways.
It is. Listen, I'm very excited to go. It's going to be a long time away from my family, which I'm starting to struggle with a little bit. But I'm excited to see it. I'm trying to make them understand that this is really a reconnaissance mission. I want to go and check it out, and then I can take them back, and we can go back and go together as a family. How's that? Are you buying that story?
No.
Okay. Neither are they, but it's true.
It's the old research trip, isn't it? That's
exactly.
What it is. And it's all good for us. I can't wait to hear and see bits from it. I'm really looking forward to that.
I am as well.
I know that there's one ride I want to see your face or your reaction to, because unfortunately, as you don't really want to do it, but I got caught and watched it on YouTube. Ooh, it's pretty good.
I haven't watched anything. I know nothing about these parks. I know nothing about what I'm going to see, and that's exactly the way I want to see it with my own eyes first.
It'll be a surprise.
Very much a surprise. And I can't wait to eat all the foods and just, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be exciting.
Yeah, I'd say, hopefully you'll be able to get through the certain systems out there to get the message out to us all, and so we can watch you and see you.
I am working on the technology right now. So hopefully, because they do block. I mean, like everything is blocked. So.
Well, if it's as good as this T-shirt, mate, you'll be all right. It's working on me. So, you'll get through. Are I just bet a couple of things just before I forget. One thing, we're watching it in the UK here, and everybody, is hearts and prayers out for Texas and all that stuff. That is quite shocking out there. The UK is watching and wishing you all the best, guys, because it's not nice at all.
Thank you. Yeah, it's sad, but it's good to see people come together and help each other out.
Yeah, actually, I was just talking to Marnie. The best picture I saw was all the trucks with the boats on it. That was fantastic.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was great. And one other little message, Ricky, mate, get well soon. Keep chatting to him. Hope he's getting the right medicine now to get him better.
Yeah, Ricky has remained in our prayers and thoughts, and know he's going to come out. He's going to be like the Bionic Man, better than he was before.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing him. It'd be nice to meet him. We'd take him around, we'll get to the boathouse maybe, and then we'll have the extra large t-shirt. So I'm looking forward to that. I've got to do a boathouse. I walked through when I was there in June, looking for you, because I thought you'd have a table somewhere.
Yeah, I probably was there somewhere.
Yeah, I couldn't find you that night, but I'm sure you were there hiding somewhere.
And when are you coming back again?
October next year, not this year, unfortunately. Okay. October 2018. So I'm hoping I'll have all the family with me this time. Shame, but there you go. No, it's very good. It's always good to share memories, as you know.
Right, but you can escape for one night and we can go to Boathouse. Don't worry.
Yeah, that would be brilliant. Oh my goodness. Yeah, another lot of sushi. Woo! So yeah, I look forward to that. Oh, talking about snacks, when you come back, are you going to do the old Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party snacks?
I am. I'm actually going to the party on Friday because it's September, so it's September and 98 degrees, which is exactly makes it feel like Halloween.
Yeah, dress up. Nice way to dress up and sweat a bit.
I know. I have to figure something out. I'm not going as an Ewok. So I'll have to figure something out.
Yeah, just try and wear something cool, man. Just try and look cool. But yeah, I'm looking forward to those snacks. They look really handy. So I thought hopefully you'll show us some of them.
I'll show you me eating them, but yes I will.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll watch you eat them. That'd be something new, wouldn't it? Anyway, right, I better get going because I'm shouting again. I shouldn't be shouting. I'm going to get the family up in a minute. So I'll leave you all to it. Thanks for answering the call, mate, and good luck when you do get to Shanghai, and looking forward to seeing what you've done.
Thank you, brother. Always good hearing from you. Give my best to your family.
Thanks, mate. God save the Queen.
Right, God save the Queen. Take care.
Cheers, boy.
Bye-bye. I love that guy. He could just call in and talk all day long. I love the British accent, and I'm sad that I can't do it. Father George is going to be at a Halloween party October 9th. Father George, we have to get together while you're here. I missed you on the last trip. That was totally my fault. But, actually, it's going to be right before Momentum. I'm going to be cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but we'll have to see what we can do. Rachel Domo says, as a nurse for kids with cancer, I can truly say that Make-A-Wish transforms their outlook during treatment and gives them something to look forward to. Their excitement is true magic. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you for what you do. I actually talked to the folks from Make-A-Wish the other day. One of the things that we're going to talk about, and they're going to talk about, is there is proof that the wish granting has positive curative effects on these kids. Not just the time that they're meeting who they want to meet or going where they want to go, but they've actually been able to collect data that it makes a difference. I believe that 110%. It's why I started this. It's why I do it, and why I'm so humbled and grateful to you and this community that has come together to, you guys have changed lives. You have changed the lives of these kids and families that you've never met before. And which is why I love the fact that we can start meeting some of these families when they come to a couple times a year, when we can get together and meet them. So thank you. Whether you have ever donated something, run a race, worn a shirt, bid on an auction, or do things on your own. This is the most important part of what I do, because and I'm sure you know the story. When I was writing my first book, my dad was sick, and I was going to Sloan Kettering, and I saw these kids, and I knew that I had to do something beyond just raising money for research that they would never get the benefit of. And when you know that you do something and then you see the result, you see that kid there smiling, and you see their family come over, and the things they say, it's impactful in ways you cannot imagine. So, again, I would love, if you have a story to share, I would love for you to share it with me so I can share it with them. All right, let's take maybe one or two more calls, and then we will call it a night. Hey, it's Lou. You're on the Facebook air.
Hello, this is Amy Haraval.
Hey, Amy Haraval, how are you?
Yes, I'm good. I'm so glad I got through. So you guys are talking about Make-A-Wish and how it affects those who are sick. And when I was 13 going on 14, I came down with what is called non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, which is a form of leukemia. I received a wish from the Make-A-Wish Foundation to go to Walt Disney World because ever since I was little, that's where I always wanted to go. So it was my first trip. And we stayed at the Kids Village, and we had a trip at Disney. And up until that point, my health was not good, as you can understand. But as soon as I got back from that trip, my health completely turned around. I got better, and I'm now, 21 years cancer-free. And I try to get back to Disney at least once a year because for me personally, it's more than just a trip to Disney. It is wonderful memories. It is magic that you cannot explain just to a regular person who loves Disney. It's more for me. So I always try to do what I can for the Make-A-Wish Foundation because I am proof that it has wonderful, lifelong, lasting effects.
I cannot thank you enough for sharing that story with us. I am so happy for you. I'm sitting here digging my nails into my hands so I don't completely break down.
I'm so sorry.
No. But I love to hear that, and I can't wait to meet you and thank you for sharing.
I know.
That with us.
I've been trying to get down there and arrange the time, but I know your schedule is so crazy.
I promise you we will make it happen. And I am so happy for you. You are living proof of what things like Make-A-Wish do, and I think we say that Walt Disney World is a special place, and you are proof positive.
Absolutely. You have no idea. When you donate that money, it goes to those kids, and it helps those kids. Now, I don't represent every child, but I represent some of those that do make it. And quite honestly, Make-A-Wish and Disney is a huge part of that, along with my family.
I agree. And again, thank you. Melissa just says, congratulations on being cancer-free.
Thank you.
From Northwest Indiana, 17 years cancer-free, was lucky for a wish trip is true. She agrees that it's definitely the best medicine.
Yes, absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you. And let me know next time you come down.
I will, absolutely. I'll let you know as soon as I know.
All right. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Bye. You too. Bye.
Whew, man, you guys are killing me tonight. But it's all good stuff. I know they're happy stories, and she's right. Not every story ends the same way. But for a lot of people, and this is what I want to convey to the Make-A-Wish people is I want them to understand, and what you to understand, like the impact that this has on that. What I want understand the impact of the wish granting is not just on the kids and their families, but on those of us who are able to do it. It's life-changing to know that we can help people, because at the core, despite all the bad nonsense we see goes on, at our core, we are good to each other. Look what's happening in Houston. Look what happens with things like Make-A-Wish. And this is why I do what I do. So thank you so much, Amy, for calling in. Melissa, the box is full of love tonight. The box is full of love every week. That's why I do this, man. That's why I get up out of bed, is because of this. And Colin says the gifts come around full circle in a way that is truly hard to explain. And you are 100% right. And Caitlin Lavelle, it's so funny that you wrote that, because I was going to do like one of my little pictures this week, and I'm like, nobody's going to get it. I was going to quote it, but be excellent to each other. It's from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. And it's true. Like Abraham Lincoln said that. Like, he didn't really say that, but he said that in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Like, just be excellent to each other. If we would all sort of adopt that philosophy, the world might be a whole better place. So I love it. So maybe that's a good way to end off this week, because I don't know how any call can follow that one up. Julie Reback, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And I think that's what you as a community reflect too. Like, you are a good people. And I think you are all magnets for similar like-minded people. Like, good attracts good. And that's why this community I call and consider part of my extended family, because that's what we are. I think you are all good people. I think you, it goes beyond just a sense of a love of Disney and rides and food and things like that. And of all the people that have been touched by what you do and by your presence, no one has received a greater gift than me. You guys have changed my life in ways that you cannot possibly fathom. And I will forever, ever be grateful to you. So if there's some way that I can help you, please, please, please let me know. If you have a story say that again. If you have a story, yikes, I talk for a living. If you have a story to share, I would love, love, love to hear it. Go to www.radio.com/share your story. You can leave it there. Don't forget, too, that if you want to be part of the Nation family, that a portion of the proceeds of your contribution also goes to the Dream Team Project to benefit the Make-A-Wish Foundation of America. If you are interested in coming to my Momentum event in October, there are now 6 seats left. I'm going to announce the rest of the speakers soon. We talked today about the schedule for those 2 days. Really, really excited for this. Just go to LouMongello.com and click on Momentum. Don't forget, too, if you have an idea for a Lou Sent Me shirt, it's a shirt you can wear to your favorite restaurant in Walt Disney World. You know it's going to help you out now at the Boathouse, because Chef Bob's going to give you a free dessert. You can design your own shirt and then just email me, lou@WDWradio.com. Again, thank you so much. Whether you're watching live, whether you're watching on the replay, thank you again for joining me, for being part of my family, and for giving me a gift of your time and your love and your support. I appreciate you. Don't forget, tomorrow, probably about 12:30, 1 o'clock, I will be live again from Epcot for a little bit of a special event. Of course, it's going to involve food, because Food and Wine is just getting kicked off, and we've got lots to celebrate over there as well. So make sure you turn on notifications, and when I do go live, please do me a favor and share it with your friends as well. I hope that you have a great night, a great week, and I look forward to seeing you again next time. So until then, see ya.